Can you hear anything?
Hello?
The damn kids unplug it. They can hear it. It should just go straight on Facebook Live right now, so we can check that out. There, can you hear that?
Yeah.
How's the cricket going? I'm new here. Hey, everybody. I'm Larcher Lorensen. This fella to the left on your screen. If you're driving in your car right now, he's sitting to your right, just like he's on my right. This is Al Larcher. It says it. Yeah. Got to hold it up because I didn't get in it. The star and the host, and then I'm Larcher Lorensen, your co-host. It's a Tuesday night, a little later than we used to do, but hey, what's going on, Al?
Not a whole lot. It's lovely to be back.
Yeah,
It's lovely to be here in your studio. Very spacious. I love the way you decorated back here. It's very lovely.
Yeah, the everything there. What's with the green tint around my hands? It's like I'm hulking out. That'll do.
I'm glad I didn't wear any green.
Yeah, no kidding. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for jumping in. Join in on the chat wherever you may be watching. If you're watching on YouTube, that's great. If you're watching on Twitch, fantastic. Thank you so much. Facebook Live. And of course, we are on Twitter tonight.
And eventually we'll get on YouTube because, you know, that's where people like me watch things now.
Wait, I said YouTube, did I not?
Oh, are we on
did
YouTube?
I not? We are absolutely on YouTube. We are at Larcher and Lorensen on YouTube.
Well, then I might watch this later on YouTube.
Yeah, you should. Go check it out on YouTube.
I like those videos where the guys they stand in front of stores or they go into public buildings and then they just cause problems. Everybody gets in a panic. Everyone gets in a tizzy. And, then they get tossed out and then they go, I'm going to sue you.
Yeah.
But you can only watch so many of them. Those guys are kind of jerks.
No. Which video is that you're talking about? You were telling me the other night when we were at dinner. What videos have you going on YouTube as of late?
Oh, everything, man. I'm like I said, the free speech stuff I watch a lot of. I watch a lot of wrestling. I watch a lot of documentaries. I watch a lot of people watching things and then reacting to what they're watching. And then, of course, there's a lot of good video game stuff. I watch people play my favorite game, which then eventually led me to go back and play my favorite game, RimWorld. So,
okay.
You know.
And you're launching your own gaming channel?
Yeah. The Big Elwood 9 gaming channel will be happening soon. I'm just trying to figure out. I bought a book. I went, I did what any responsible human being does. I go onto the Amazon and I go, I want to start a gaming channel on YouTube. How do I do it? And I got the book and I paid like $20 and it's like a 150-page pamphlet on what a computer is.
What?
And why you need a computer, so. That was a fail. But I guess it's like if you played The Sims and you want to learn something in The Sims and you do it through reading books, that's like book number one,
Yeah.
And truth be told, when I started playing fantasy football and I decided, look, I want to be good. I want to figure out how people really play. I went and I got books, and the first couple books were absolute garbage and they were a waste of money. And then finally I found a book that made sense to me that changed my perspective on the game. And I learned the game from that book. So, I guess it's finding the right book to get started, or somebody who knows how to set up like a YouTube gaming channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I barely know how to turn the TV on at this point.
We were discussing, you and I. Well, first of all, we had dinner just this past Sunday night.
Yeah, we did.
Chicago ramen.
Yeah, very good.
We went to the location in Des Plaines.
Right.
Yep. You introduced me to a dish that you didn't have when you were visiting Japan.
No, I didn't have it in Japan.
It wasn't as popular at the time.
Well, it was
you were
popular.
Kind of telling me that.
I just didn't know of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if you're going into McDonald's and you're Middle Eastern. Oh, because I watch these Middle Eastern guys and they're from a tribe and they try American things for the first time. And they went to the Texas steak chain.
you should have filmed this in Japan. Like, when was that? 5 years ago?
Yeah, about 5-6 years
Somewhere
ago
in
now,
there. Yeah. You should have done that in Japan. You doing the same
Yeah.
there. I think that would have been a big hit.
Well, I do watch these rubes who they do travel vlogs, and they go all around the country, and they drink in different bars and they film it, and that's how they make money. And it's like, I could go to the Philippines and get drunk in some dirty bar on the side of a road. Like, I'd love to do that.
What is the what you said, a droob? No, a rube.
A rube.
What's the definition of a rube?
An idiot.
Okay, so these are idiots that you watch.
Generally
you spend your time watching idiots.
Yeah, yes. I'm in Me and the Cat. I do it mainly for the cat.
Yeah, to entertain the cat. Yeah,
but you watch some good stuff. I saw a documentary on the best ramen maker in Japan, and some old guy who he makes, like, he's like an old Japanese guy. He's like 90 and he makes tacos, and he's got a little taco stand, and he's like 90, and every morning he goes there with his cat and he opens up his little taco stand, and it was captivating, like, an hour and a half of this.
No, that's amazing. I like it.
Yeah. And then, you like the murder stuff, you like the Dateline and all that.
A lot of Dateline.
And they have the actual video footage of the police interrogations after people kill people.
Okay.
So you get the whole crime scene, and then you get the guy getting there, for like 2 hours. Did you kill your mom? No, I didn't kill my mom. I found her that way, until they eventually break down.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fun. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I want links. I said that the other night, and then I asked you for a link, and you sent me a link later to a YouTube, and I watched like 30 seconds of it, and then I forgot to get back to it.
Yeah.
But if I get another one, then I will do it.
Well, there was a fascinating, and the one I sent you this morning, I mean, it was a little offensive, but so, if you're one of these, you got to put a trigger warning on things nowadays, except guns. You don't have to put a trigger warning on a gun, but with speech you do. So
okay.
It's somebody went on 4chan, which I don't know if you know what 4chan is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the deep dark web.
Like, nobody knows who is who there, except.
So somebody claimed they were a pro wrestler, and they're like, ask me anything. I'll answer anything. And this was like half a year ago, maybe a year ago. So it wasn't new. It was just new to me. I didn't know it existed. And instead of reading through it, there were two idiots on two rubes on the internet, on the YouTube. They read through the whole 4chan.
Perfect.
And they got to do everything. Well, basically they figured out it's Ty Dillinger, the 10 guy.
Okay.
And
the chairman.
The chairman. And he pretty much he answered anything, from dirty stuff to like gross stuff to, what's going on backstage, who hates who, it was like all the gossip and some good wrestling stuff in there. It was fascinating. It was a really good hour little thing there.
Oh, that's wild.
They were a little offensive.
Yeah.
Like I said, just a heads up.
No, that's wild. So yeah, we haven't done the show in quite a long time. April, March, something like that.
Yeah.
There's been an entire Chicago Bears season. There's been a lot of things going on.
Yeah. You got your Fields More 24.
There we go.
We'll get into that very shortly here because, I don't know what's going on with the Bears, but there's some positives. There's some things, some momentum.
Some new news since we had dinner, in fact, yesterday with the new offensive coordinator. Today, the Bears made that official.
Oh, so all the WWE stuff I went to sleep to. So I missed that becoming official, but it was coming.
Oh, the WWE this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's official. Bears hired the OC, Shane Waldron.
Shane Waldron. All
right. Waldron.
Yeah,
from Seattle. Yeah, I've done my homework.
Yeah, he's decent. We'll get into him. Sean's in the chat. If you're in the chat, say hi, and we'll be watching that as it goes.
Yeah,
he says you're morphing into the Chicago Bears SNL sketch.
The Bears.
I see it. You got the whole mustache going.
You got to do that.
He wants my take on the Drake hot sauce thing. I haven't gotten there yet. I have been inundated, fascinated, and researching heavily, watching YouTube videos on the whole Cat Williams, breaking down Hollywood deal. Big controversy in the black comedy community as Cat Williams is spilling the beans there, and he ain't tell me when I'm telling lies.
Oh,
He dropped a pipe bomb. He dropped the pipe bomb on I believe Shannon Sharp's podcast.
Okay.
So good things there if you want to check that out. I'm on Cat Williams' side.
Okay.
Is Steve Harvey catching some shrapnel in the process?
Steve Harvey is. So
Yeah.
the only thing that I've seen is Cat Williams calling out Cedric the Entertainer for straight up just stealing
the
jokes.
driving joke, man.
Stealing the driving joke, which I don't know the driving joke. Can you give me a quick synopsis on it?
Yeah, I'm too white to do it.
Yeah, and that's true. Like we can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's about black people and how loud they play their car stereos.
Okay.
So, when I usually, have the news on or a podcast.
I didn't realize I was setting you up like that.
I don't want to get canceled.
We're kicking the tires. I said, like, we're seeing how this goes.
Yeah, I'm on team Cat Williams. And then there was a heavy-set radio host that he ripped down.
Okay.
That was on there. And then she got her husband to threaten him with a gun and, and take him down. And so, I mean, there's a whole craziness is going on.
It's going down all over out there. That's unbelievable. Wow. Back to this. Like when we left. It left on poor terms. I did a poor job of explaining what I needed to do and where I needed to go.
Well, the great Charlie Hogan hit me up the other day and he goes, hey, you guys going to do the Rumble pool? And I go, Clark got that in the divorce. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, he got that in the divorce. So I had to explain to him, like,
yeah, man. No, that's funny. No, I went to, I needed some time away and I needed to go talk to somebody. So I did. I got a hold of a therapist and I had 3 sessions with the therapist and
it's a good beginning.
The summer gig got busy. At one point I'm in a storage closet at work talking into my computer, talking like this. And I'm in a storage closet and I just said, it didn't feel right. And I said, all right, I'll get back on the horse. I have not yet gotten back on that horse. I did 3.
All right. Well, it was enough to get the show back. So,
well, I've always heard the rule of 3 is enough to yes. Thank you. I'm sorry. I've always heard, the rule of 3 in comedy, like, try things 3 times. So I went 3 times to this or stand up, you're going to die on stage 3 times, right? 4 times, 5 times. You got to just keep going back. Well, with talking with a therapist, you might not hit on the first person you talk to. So go back and take another look again. So I got a rec. And I got the rec.
You got a rec?
A recommendation. A rec. I didn't get in a rec.
You can take pills for that, Clark. Not.
I think I saw Paul Walker's his like a photo.
Yeah.
From his what do you call those? The death certificate or the obituary.
Oh.
And it was an accident. I'm like, I'm clicking through the replies and I'm like, oh wait, and boom. And I think I saw.
Now was he the heavyset guy who played the bomber at the Olympics or No, he's the guy in the race car who crashed.
Yes.
Okay, I know.
Back in 2013. Yeah, the guy from the Fast and the Furious and all of that stuff. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know how I got there, but needless to say, I have a recommendation for that, and we'll get back on the horse. But
I went to a high school with a guy who's now he's dating like a 22-year-old fitness model. She's like the #1 flexible person in America or something like that. And he's on the Instagram or whatever, and he just races cars all the time. That's all I think about is the Paul Walker when I see those things.
Oh wow, yeah. No, he I saw one Fast and Furious movie. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I've got a lot to catch up on. I hear great things.
I've never completely watched one. I'm just not a car guy, Like, I drive a goddamn Topaz or what do I have? A Skylark.
You have a Taurus?
A
Is
Taurus.
it a Taurus?
No, it's an Ion, I think. An Ion.
I'm not a car guy.
A Saturn. I got a freaking Saturn. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about cars.
I got a check engine light today.
Oh no.
It came on and I'm like, there's a lot of rain out there. Maybe it's just the rain. So I'm going to give it till tomorrow. I've got an app for mine, like that tells me that it's emissions.
Okay, great. That's how my last car got totaled.
Well, a week and a half ago, I drove up to Skokie and I went and got the emissions checked. All's good. So I've got a year is what I'm getting at. I think I got a year to get this
got a year at least.
Yeah. All right. That's good.
What do the Bears have? Do they have a year to get it together?
Dude, I'm giving them a year to get it together. I mean, yeah, I'm giving them the year to get it together.
So, what's happened here is you had a team that had a desperate general manager who traded up to get a quarterback who I think was a good value where they got him in Justin Fields. And they gave Justin Fields a junior varsity team to go out in the NFL and to try to play the football. And what happens when you're playing professionals and you got the junior varsity team surrounding you is you can't be good. And this continued. They got rid of the desperate general manager. They brought in another kid. They offered him a bag of candy or something. They bring this other kid in. Yeah. And then they get a new guy above him, some old guy who he used to work for the Big Ten. So he's like the president now.
Yep, Kevin Warren.
And then they hire this guy, the Eberflus, who does nothing but lose. All he does, he wakes up in the morning and he goes, today's going to be a great day. And then he goes out and he loses. And that's what he does over and over and over again. He loses. And the guy's just a loser. So you get the loser guy in there. And things with Justin Fields this year is you have to see something from him because he's our guy for the future unless we somehow get the number 1 pick in the draft with an elite quarterback, a generational talent of the future. Now you got a tough decision. Because otherwise, look, if we had the 6th pick in the draft right now, it would be DJ Moore. It would be let's get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, you couldn't get him a 6. But.
Maybe. I mean, you can maneuver, whatever. I'm just saying you're out of the race for a quarterback at that point.
Okay.
So you move forward with Justin Fields and you build around him and you hope and you pray that the reason he's simply an average to a slightly above average quarterback, actually statistically slightly below average quarterback, is because the team around him is garbage. You had a year to prove he was better than that. You had a year to put a somewhat decent team around him to let him prove himself, and they failed to do that. They failed Justin Fields because Justin Fields is a great man.
Man, that's a hell of a take.
He's a gentleman. He's a dude who I'd want my cat to date. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if my cat was gonna get married, I'd be like, dude, you gotta check out Justin Fields. My sister, she went on a date with a Chicago Bear. Some scrub. If she would have went on a date with Justin Fields, you marry that guy. I mean, this is a good dude. This is a good man. And thorough. So the fact that we have to now look past him, it sucks. But the upside is that we can be getting a generational quarterback that can truly change this franchise that, in my opinion, is about on par with Justin Fields now, minus the Giants quarterback contract that Justin Fields, I think, is due, and I think he'll get. And a chance to show more than Justin Fields has, who, quite frankly, he was as good this year as he was last year, which, again, is slightly below average statistically, and in my eyes, slightly above average. Okay. Now, could he get better? Absolutely. And I think, if he goes to the Atlanta Falcons and they have Belichick and they got a great offense already, they just needed a guy with a pulse running an offense because they had a similar situation with us. They had an idiot running the offense in Atlanta. All they did was hand off the ball. Yeah. And they had a great running back, but they only gave it to him half the time, and then they gave it to the other guy half the time, and it sucked. So, we'll see.
Okay. So, Flus, you're still out on.
Loser.
I had gotten rid of him 3 or 4 times throughout the season, right? Like I was done.
Yeah.
Over it. By the end of the season, that defense came around. Ryan Poles made a hell of a trade.
Yeah.
Picking up Montez Sweat. Which better than getting that young fella.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You were saying?
I didn't even talk about Poles, and I'm really down on Poles. I think he's one of the big reasons Justin Fields failed. But I will give him credit where credit's due, and that was a great trade in hindsight.
Well, then how about last year's trade for the number 1 overall pick? The return on that is unbelievable. Yeah, it's the best trade in Chicago history.
But
it might be the best trade in Chicago history.
You just got a little dog, Dawson. I met him upstairs. Adorable.
What did he say?
He said hello. He introduced himself. Very friendly. So the dog smelled my crotch, which I think is how they say hello generally.
Hey, your ass generally.
Well, I don't know. So I don't want to get lost. Jesus. So the what was I saying? Something about
Poles.
Yeah, Poles.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna.
I forgot what I was saying. Anyways. It was a good point I was getting to.
No,
I
he
promise
made
you,
the
Greg.
trade that he made for the.
And, like if your dog were to get a phone call from the Carolina Panthers last year and they offered that trade, he would say yes.
Well, and their owners fucked.
Oh
Like,
my
he's
God.
just a dipshit.
How
like unbelievable.
you know, there's upset Bears fans right now, and you may be one of them.
I'm
And we'll
trying to
get
not
to that.
curse that much,
But-
Jesus, but he's fucked.
But how upset? There's upset Bears fans. How upset would you be as a Carolina Panthers fan? You move ahead to get what seems to be a bust at a quarterback, a Mitch Trubisky level bust.
My sister and my nephew, you know, they're all Carolina Panther fan. My brother-in-law, he wanted them to draft Stroud. They were on Stroud the whole way through. They couldn't believe it that they went. Well, they knew they were going with Young. It's unreal. Yeah, being a Panther fan, much worse than a Bear fan. There's a lot of good things about the Bears. They have some assets. The team's getting better. That defense got better. Whether you like Flus as a head coach or not, his defense did get quite a bit better, did it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, it did get better, but
so Flus is
it's the
here.
end of the season, you know.
Flus is here, and that's great.
Nothing I can do about it.
When he took over the team before 2 seasons, right? He's been here for 2 seasons now. A lot of turnover needed to be done on the defensive end, and that's happening. It's being done. A lot of our assets needed to be spent in a lot of places. Sure, we were able to add DJ Moore to the offense. That rookie Darnell Wright's playing really great on the line.
Yeah,
as a rookie, right? There's still some holes there. We improved that, but there have been 2 people catching balls this season,
right?
And it's 85, and it's 2.
Yeah,
it's Cole Kmet. And it's him. And that's it.
But that's not.
And people say that they improved so much. They actually lost one of their best running backs. Like what did we see Monty do over in Detroit? That actually happened. What I'm getting at here is we went from a 3-win team.
Yeah.
4 more wins is 7. What they're on track to do right now with Fields and Moore back in 24.
No.
Take that pick, that number 1 pick. And if you trade it to Washington, trade it to your old New England Patriots, Al.
Yeah.
Trade it over there. Get another number 1 for next season, and you're still ending up with a generational talent at number 2 or 3. A generational talent is what this young man has been called, who played at that Ohio college. Marvin Harrison Jr. Are you telling me that this isn't a 10 or 11 win team next season by adding Marvin Harrison Jr., getting a couple more assets, drafting another lineman there with the 9th pick? I'm telling you, like, there is so much to do here.
With the level of quarterback play right now, and one of the problems with Justin Fields that's consistently been a problem is his ability to make reads and progress in his reads. So if you have 17 of the greatest wide receivers ever, and then for some reason the league allowed them to all play on the field, he's still probably going to focus on 1 or 2 guys.
No.
So, I mean, you can, the more you have, great, but you still need a guy who's going to be able to make decisions better.
We don't know what he's capable of, because I saw was it Tyler Scott? Was it Taylor trying to make that block against Green Bay? I rewatched the Green Bay game on the all 22s. Well, at least the first half. I don't know a quarterback that could have done very well in that game. Did you see what they did against the hot-ass Dallas Cowboys the following week?
I agree.
And they did decent in their next game.
And shame on Poles for putting Justin Fields in that position where we absolutely still do not have a clear answer. Is Justin Fields better than a above-average quarterback? That 2 seasons now, he's been statistically below average. He's slightly, he's ranked about like 15th, 16th? In most metrics besides rushing. I mean, where obviously he is the elite.
Yeah. It's tough. Like I'm good with. So they're in a great position. If they draft the quarterback, it's not the end of the world for me. Obviously, if they draft Caleb Williams, it's not.
And the stuff I'm seeing on Twitter that shit on your quarterback Justin Fields, my quarterback Justin Fields, is absolutely ridiculous. If you're a Bears fan, let's prop this guy up because he has trade value, because he's a good person and he's an above average quarterback in an era where those guys are hard to find. And he still has, that Madden, like if you play the game Madden, he still has that star quality to him that, he can progress faster, and maybe he can become a what is his ceiling? Do you think he's a top 5 quarterback?
I think that's ceiling. Maybe. Yeah, I think he could be.
Yeah, I don't see him being a top 5 quarterback.
I'm saying if you combine
top 10,
his capability, top 10 for sure.
Top 12, I feel like that he could get there. I mean, I think like a Geno Smith, who's offensive coordinator. We just got.
I think the ceiling is the roof. That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, look, the roof's on fire is the problem.
It's not like they're not in a horrible position right
now. No, they're really not.
For a team that
all the leverage.
Well, and then you look in their division's tough as hell right now.
It is.
Like, I still don't feel all that bad about where they're sitting.
Yeah,
going into the future. Which, I mean, is that the loser's mentality, Al? Like, what am I doing here?
We need to see something. I mean, we need to see something next year, and I think Caleb Williams gives us the best chance to reset the clock and start building. To do what we've been putting ourselves in a position to do, and that's spend and build a good football team to a great football team. And I think he's the guy who's going to give us the best option moving forward. As much as I like Justin Fields, and as much as I still believe Justin Fields has a massive ceiling, I do still have a lot of concerns. So here's the situation. I mean, we've been in these situations before as Bears fans. If, let's say, they go ahead and they keep Justin Fields, they get Marvin Harrison Jr., and they bring him out next year, and Justin Fields is exactly the same guy as he is now. Okay, and maybe we make the playoffs, because it does. They let junior varsity teams in the playoffs now. They've changed the schedule, and now anybody gets in the playoffs. All you have to be there's
7 teams, right?
There's 15 teams
14
in each conference.
Oh, yeah.
And 7 or 8 of them are making the playoffs. 7 of them are making. It's virtually all you have to do is be half. You just have to be average, and you can get in the playoffs. So it's not that special. And you never know what you could do once you're in, as we saw with like Tampa Bay. We saw a lot of upsets in the wild card weekend from teams who rightfully probably shouldn't even have been in the playoffs. But I'm glad, because my 25-year bet of the Dallas Cowboys winning a Super Bowl before the Chicago Bears still stands. So that was in jeopardy this year a little bit. But wild card weekend, boom, I'm still safe.
We won't discuss the team that took care of that for you.
Yeah.
But as far as your feelings for the head coach in Dallas and Green Bay, like, what was your hope for that game? Just that
they'd lose.
It wouldn't end. Both teams would lose.
Well, who are they playing now?
They were playing Dallas and Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Green Bay knocked them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a winner either way.
Hey, Elijah's out there, and he's asking if we're taking calls. I will say this. I'm trying to log into a system. I didn't get everything completely set up here on this night coming back. Again, we are kicking the tires on this thing to see what's going on. I wanted to talk with Al, and Al and I met the other night and decided we wanted to have a chat on air.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right? What did we eat at Chicago Ramen? It wasn't ramen.
Skeetman.
Skeetman. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, it's basically spelled Sukimen. TSUKEMEN.
Okay. Yep.
Skeetman. It's good, man. It's Japanese dipping noodles. So it's like a bowl of ramen, but you get cold noodles that are really good quality noodles, and they're cold.
Give me 5, Elijah.
You take chopsticks and you take it, and then you dip it in the ramen sauce, which is a hot, thick pork sauce, and you slurp it up. And then when you're done with your noodles, you still have some broth left. You give it back to the chef, and he waters it down, and then you have a tasty broth to finish. It's great.
And what you told me, and it's not that I didn't believe you, I wasn't fact checking you or anything, but what you told me was that it's only here and out in LA.
Yeah,
you can only get
California and
in the States.
Much.
That's the only places you can get it, right?
Right.
My Lord.
And I mean, it's a very common dish in Japan. It came out in the 70s, and it's growing. So I wouldn't be surprised if you could find it in your town, if you live in a big city with a Japanese population. But as far as I know, it's the only place in Chicago land area you can get it.
Yeah. And I saw that they have a few locations. They're like in Arlington Heights as well. Chicago Ramen.
Yeah. The guy, he keeps expanding. He just announced today he's opening in Mundelein.
Well, as we walked up, two storefronts down was a sushi joint owned by the same people.
Same guy.
Sushi joint empty.
Chef Kenta.
Yeah. His sushi joint empty. His ramen place slamming.
Yeah. The
sushi place. We got the last 2 places.
Dead. Yeah.
Right. I'm saying just start doing the ramen at the other place as well.
Well, you would think so. Yeah. I've
mean,
driven out there before.
I don't mean to
and
tell you what to do.
I've been like, maybe I should just try the sushi place. But I'm like, no, I'm here for the
You're
ramen.
here for the ramen.
I'll
That's
wait.
great. Thank you for showing me a meal that I wouldn't have just gone out to get, but now I'm going to see if the family will, because I had mine with the rib.
Yeah,
with the ribs.
that was
Fantastic.
good,
I
Put
made a
some ribs in
mistake.
the ramen.
I didn't drop the ribs in.
Yeah, you
I should have dropped them right in, and I just dipped them. I should have just dropped them all in. That's what
soak your meat. I think the proper way is probably the way you did it, actually. But
really,
I'm American. I just dropped the son of a bitch in there, and it's the noodles you don't want to put in there, though. You want to eat those as you go.
Okay.
So they keep their consistency. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Bears, they have a lot of problems on the offensive line still. Like we saw that statistically they started the season at like 28. They moved up to like 16th best offensive line, but you saw in that last game that a lot of it was smoke and mirrors, and they're not as together as we'd like to hope. So you got to fix your offensive line. You have and good. You have the 9th pick in the draft to either get that tight end. I think that's what everyone's they got a full 3.5 inches for the tight end guy, right?
What do you mean?
Isn't there like a big tight end everybody wants it? Like,
Bowen, or it starts with a B, something like that.
So if you're sporting your full hard 3.5 inches for that guy, fine. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but if there's an offensive line there, and maybe there just isn't.
Maybe there is. I don't know. What do we know? Hey, it looks like Patrick was listening over on Twitch like a ding dong. He says. We got quite a few people listening here.
Ding
Nick's
dong,
here.
hello. That's Bailey's line. Know that?
Is it? No, I did not know that. I was unaware.
Bailey, if you're a wrestling fan, Bailey, that's her. Ding dong, hello.
Yep. Well, awesome. I don't know, Elijah. I don't think we're going to get to take the calls tonight. I'm having a problem. The password thing. The password was supposed to be there, then it wasn't there. We were just talking about this the other night.
What a nightmare.
Like, it's supposed to just load in. The password should be there. When did I become like my parents' age?
I don't know. Well, about 2 years ago when you hit 40. Yeah, I mean, that's when technically technology.
That's actually when it happened.
Falls apart.
My Lord.
Man, they get those password saves on there, and the phone tells me it's saved, and then I go and then it's not saved, and yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, I mean, I think you take Caleb Williams, man. He's the shot that we've never had. He's the shot. This is the guy we've always passed on, but truth be told, we've never had a chance at. This is the quarterback of the future. This is a Trevor Lawrence, and I don't know that Trevor Lawrence is any better than Justin Fields at this point, but
right.
I think most experts would say yes, he is. From what I've seen, I kind of. Again, he's owned by the AEW guys who can't get anything right.
Jesus!
So,
they both started their off season at the same time this season.
Yeah.
So
true.
And then it's them. They're the only two left from that draft class, basically, because the guy from San Francisco, nothing.
Right.
Wilson in New Jersey.
Yeah.
He's done. Right.
He's the one who likes hot moms.
Yeah. But that's. If that's what you're known for, that's not what you want to be. You don't want to be that person.
No,
you don't.
That's like if the great Al Bundy got drafted,
Oh yeah,
it's the running back position after 6 touchdowns at Polk High.
I give tours down there. Look at this. Nick says that you are right.
I know.
I disagree. Are you telling me that they're not a better team with Marvin Harrison Jr. on the team?
Are they a better team with Caleb Williams on the team?
Sure. I don't know if the drop down from Williams to Fields, because we don't know yet. He hasn't taken a snap against a professional football team.
Nor has the wide receiver.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that the drop down from Williams to Fields is any closer. I think the drop down from Harrison to these other guys, Scott and our St. Brown, I think the drop down there is greater. I really do. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. immediately improves his team. That's all. Oh, Nick's going back and forth here in the chat. He said Al is right, and now he says I may be right.
No, you're not right.
Patrick wants to know. He's asking a question. Can you read that message from Patrick? Can you see it?
What about Olumuyiwa Fushananu?
Perfect.
Is it close?
Perfect. I don't know how to pronounce it. That
The last name I can.
When you do a podcast and you come back to your first night back,
Fashanu.
Yeah.
I've been working on my Japanese pronunciation and the YouTube. I watch a lot of Japanese.
Well, that's why when we ate, what did we eat the other night?
Sukiman. Yeah.
It's spelled S-H.
Skeetman. See, the Japanese, they don't. Basically, all their words are just one syllable, and they have no stretching to it. Like we extend certain letters, they don't. Everything is the same beat.
Okay.
So you just got to hit that, which is hard as an American to do. And then they also unless there's double letters, like if there's two letters, like a T and a T together, you have to put a pause in the word.
Really?
Like let's say matter was Japanese, it'd be matter. Just that brief second makes a difference in the word because of the double letters. And then if you have the double vowel sound, that's the only time you extend the word. Like the wrestler Ishii is spelled Iishuhi. So it's Ishii. Actually, I think the double I's on the end of the name. Anyways, but yeah. Well, enough about Japanese. You could go on YouTube and learn all about it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Oh, that's not great. See, I just went online and I did a draft.
Yeah.
I did a simulated draft and I traded that first pick to Atlanta for the 8th pick.
Right.
And now none of the wide receivers are available.
See, so in my Madden game,
Harrison, Neighbors, Odunze, Bowers, your tight end.
In my Madden game, I traded. I took Caleb Williams #1.
Yep.
And then I traded down. I traded Fields and I think maybe a 3rd round pick, and I traded down enough to get Marvin Harrison. So I got both. I got the best of all worlds. And guess what? We're undefeated right now in like week 6. Oh no, we lost one game to the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
It was a short week and I was a little stoned. But yeah, so I like in Madden, look, it's playing out beautifully.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl and with my genius GMing. So I mean, hopefully this Poles guy could figure it out. Or is it Pace? It's Poles.
There's my brother-in-law, the Panthers fans over there. It's Poles now. He says, from a Panthers fan, build around Fields with picks. There's my guy.
I rest my case.
There he is.
I rest my case.
What?
If a Panthers fan is coming up with this, it's a horrible idea.
Get out of here.
Like that's proof
it's
enough.
Not like that. It's not like he's happy with what the Panthers are doing. He's not running the team.
Yeah, well,
he's a fan who notices just how terrible it is.
It's osmosis, man. The Panthers fans, they're not,
My Lord.
They thought Cam Newton was the solution for.
Cam got his ass kicked. There's another point. Fields getting his ass kicked all over the field.
He does.
Like, my Lord.
He's not going to be able to play full seasons with the style of play.
Especially if that yellow thing that sits in the pockets of the referees never fucking comes out.
That's a little ridiculous.
Like never. If it was like, once in a while, I wouldn't have this bitch. We wouldn't have as big of, a bitch, but Fields doesn't get a single damn call.
Meanwhile, all Mahomes has to do is look at the referee and they throw the flag.
That's literally what happened the other night. That's literally
what was the flag? Oh, there it is.
My favorite part about Sunday night dinner was when on my phone, like we sat there, we were at the bar and we put the game on my phone. Like we weren't that interested in watching it, the Bills and Chiefs game, but we were interested enough to put it on the phone. Yeah. Fucking A. My Lord. Al, we live in the same neighborhood. We shop the same grocery. Tell me, was it a week ago you made the decision to go to Mariano's?
Ugh. Disgusting, vile. I think they have roaches. I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing.
I got sick from their hot bar, the one up on Elston.
You get sick off of everything.
What?
Everything. My stomach. I think you got some stomach issues. But
Robbie's offering you Bryce Young for Fields straight up.
No, we'll pass on that. See what I mean? They're these Carolina Panther fans.
Cam didn't get much respect.
So
but yeah, back to your.
I go to Mariano's and look. I work nights. I go grocery shopping later at night. They close at like 10. They're wussies. This place down the street was this Jewel. They close at midnight. Like a real grocery store.
Yep.
So I go to this Mariano's, and it's like
a real grocery.
They got 9:15. I've been grocery shopping for like a half an hour. I have a full cart because I'm a fat man and I like to eat. You know what I mean? I buy a lot of food.
I enjoy food.
So I got a full cart of groceries, and I pull up. And I look at there's 0 lines open except the self-checkout line. And it's not like a full lane. It's the mini checkout yourself with the bags, and there's no room for anything, and things are falling over. And you have the dopey teenagers staring at you like you're misringing things, which I do.
Uh-huh.
And damn right, I'm not paying, $20 for a candle when I can just put it in a bag because they can't hire a guy to ring it out. Right. So I look at the guy and I go, hey, buddy, hey, where's the line? Where's the checkout? And he goes, well, this is all we got open. I said, thank you. And I just walked out. I left the cart right there and left like a real a-hole.
Really?
But I wasn't dealing with it. I went full ass Karen. I get in my car. I call up. I go, hey, can I speak to a manager? And, some teenage girl's like, I'm the manager. And I go, hey, look, you have full price groceries and you want me to ring myself out like this is an injustice, man. This aggression will not stand.
You went for it, and you sounded like an old man.
Yeah, well, I was an old man at this point.
Saying.
And the girl goes, I go, listen, lady, how do you justify charging full price for half the service? And she goes to me, I don't set the prices. You need to call the corporate offices. And I go, well, yeah, I'm not going to yell at some girl who's just there doing her job.
Right.
So, she had a point there, so I let it go. And then I went on a Facebook, and then I went on the X, and I found the person in charge of their social media, and I started bashing them. And then I'm done. We're going to be we're going to be shutting down Elston Avenue. I want you and all your friends to come by, and we're just going to park our cars in front of the entrance and exit of the grocery store. And anybody who's in there, we're trapping them in. They're not allowed to leave. And then people who want to go grocery shopping, we're not going to let them in. We're shutting the place down, and we're protesting until they have checkout lines. Well, they are open. If you are open, I don't care if it's one line, okay? If there's one checkout line, that's fine. And I don't care if it's a mile-long line and everybody's pissed, that's fine. At least you're trying,
well,
because they say, their excuses every time.
There goes my story.
We're short-staffed.
Yeah.
We're short-staffed. Well, then why do you have 5 people standing around the automatic checkout line staring at you?
Yeah. They're ready to help you with it.
One of those people could go open a line and do the basic fundamental job of a grocery store in
2024. Yeah. Does that Mariano's have? I'm trying to remember if it does. I've seen them at a few Mariano's where you ring your own up, but then you set it on a belt and it goes down, and then you go down and bag them. No. Like there is that at some of the stores now. You do your own, which I'm not advocating for doing my own. Trust me. I will say that I do appreciate being able to do my own. It's
a better situation than the small checkout lines, which are clearly built for a handful of items.
Yeah. Courtney says that maybe you should order your groceries delivered.
I've done that, and I don't like that either. The selection isn't as good.
Yeah.
You always a little wondering, like, I don't know.
I've ordered the wrong size the wrong size bottle of something. You know what I mean? Like it looked bigger and I just didn't pay attention to the ounces.
And as I'm on my platform and I'm running for president, let me just tell you this. Another problem this country has, one of the biggest fundamental problems facing this nation going forward right now, is we get too many packaging items. We get way too much stuff in packaging. You order on Amazon, they give you a giant box filled with things, and you got your boxes and boxes and boxes, and you're inundated. I mean, look at this place. It's full of boxes. You can't see because the cameras are focused on this beautiful background, but there's boxes everywhere. You order these grocery stores to be delivered.
Thanks for selling me out.
They come in these giant boxes, and then they put in these 50-pound slabs of ice to keep everything fresh, which is nice, because you don't want your ice cream to melt. But the problem is those things weigh a ton. Now I got to lug all that up the stairs, unpack it, and now I'm stuck with all these ice packs and these boxes, and it's just the whole thing. It's just trouble.
I was ordering them delivered from Amazon for a minute, and they used to send them with these nice little. You could reuse them ice packs. They were like I don't know, like this big, reusable. You could use them for a year, maybe more. I don't know. Then they started just freezing a bottle of water and putting that in with it. And when that happened, I was out. I went back to the store. So You ended up going
They
to
did do the frozen bottle water.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
You
that
ended
got
up
crazy.
Yeah, I'm done. You ended up going to Jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That night
They had somebody open.
there was a blizzard coming.
Did
Clark.
you get everything you needed?
Got everything I needed.
No.
Well, here's the problem.
Because you shopped twice.
Full cart
You
and
shot
one side.
twice.
So, like, for example, I'm like, I'm gonna make some BLTs. So I buy everything I need at the first grocery store. Then when I go to the second grocery store, I buy a bunch of things. Then when I get home, I realize, I didn't buy bacon. I got everything. I got the tomato. I got the bread. I got the lettuce. But I forgot the B in the BLT.
They had bacon at Jewel.
They did, but because my mind said I already had bacon, it was already in the cart.
Happen. Sometimes when I'm giving my second tour of the day, I'm like, wait a minute, did I already give you this fact? Like that happens to me all the time in a similar vein. I'm sure that happens to you with karaoke. However, you have a database. You can go back and be like, no, I did play it. Like somebody did sing it. I'm right. That was tonight.
I surprisingly have a memory. Like
sometimes you can't remember if it was tonight or the night before. Like it's that night.
Not a problem with me.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I
how
think
accurate
you're
my mind is
less
with that.
drunk than I am.
That's true.
Than I used to be when I was young. When I did young. Now I'm drinking NA beers.
Yeah, I drink coffee. I'm addicted to coffee.
All right, so I'm at Mariano's. Up
you
on
brought
Lawrence.
2 down. I thought you were gonna offer me one, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I brought. I brought a soda water. It's a soda water.
It's fine.
It's grapefruit.
No, I don't like
it's
grapefruit.
a strong grapefruit too. Like just
I don't like grapefruit.
And you're not gonna like this. Anyway, Mariano's. I'm at the one out on Lawrence in Norwich. Just kind of northwest of the hip, right? I'm there and I go over to the
Caputo's.
I go to the delis. That was a Caputo's?
Yeah.
Wow. I go over to the deli and I walk up and I look and there's 3 people being taken care of by 3 people behind there. I'm like, wow, there's 3 people working. That's great. Perfect. You look for the numbers, right? At the deli. You see if they're doing the number system. I didn't see it. It's a long deli. Everybody's at the one end.
Sure.
And I'm looking, I don't see it. I look up and I see the board that announces the numbers is out of commission. It's off.
Right.
What does that tell you?
They're probably not doing numbers.
Right. So I wait. The young lady behind the counter finishes, goes to the back for a second. I'm like, cool, take your break. Then she comes back out. And I was like, hey, and she walks over and pulls a number and goes 70. And I go, oh, I didn't get my number yet. And she's like, oh, 71. And I'm like, wait, no, I didn't get it. Meanwhile, the dude right behind me goes, I have 70.
Boom.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And he jumped right up and he knew, he came 3 minutes after me. Cause it wasn't like I waited for a second. You know what I did?
What?
I walked over towards the number and I fucking walked away. I already had the salami in my thing. I just didn't get turkey.
Who needs turkey anyways?
I felt like such an old man. It's on me. I should have grabbed a fucking thing because I looked down and sure enough, there's a little sign on the top of it that says it. But if you see the thing off, you don't expect it. Am I wrong? I'm sorry.
No, you're not wrong, dude.
So then
calmer than you.
Finish my shopping and I go to the line. Al, there's 2 lines with people working it.
Wow.
But it's a Saturday, middle of the day.
Okay. Yeah. They're fine during the day.
But only 2 working it. I'm not joking. 8 deep on each of those. And I had items that I didn't want to go over to the small one. You were in my head a little bit. I'll be honest. You can't take all of your groceries to those small ass things.
Now, when I'm in my head, is it my voice? Do you hear?
Oh, it's absolutely. It's you.
Hey, what is this?
No, it's your impersonation of your dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't know, but yeah, that's it. I don't know. Oh, she's calling me out for sounding. My sister's listening, everybody, and she's calling me out for sounding like my dad.
Well,
my dad was exactly
just like because our parents were old doesn't mean they were inaccurate.
True.
That's the part of growing up is understanding this. And truth is,
oh yeah, my brother-in-law's in the packaging business. He was.
Oh,
anyway, go ahead.
He's got a big package, a little package.
I think he does big packaging.
He's a big package.
He's a big packager.
Right,
yeah, he's a big packager.
Packaging needs to exist. I'm not anti-packaging. I'm just saying there's too much damn packaging. You know what I mean? I don't need my Italian sausages to come in a plastic bag, then put in a box, then put in another box.
I hear you. Sean was saying that his restaurants, or I'm sorry, his grocery stores. What is that? Over Virginia, West Virginia?
Yeah. He's somewhere. He's an expatriate.
Pro wrestler.
He's a British fella.
Yes. An expatriate. Is that what he's?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what it's called.
Okay. All right.
He's an expatriated Brit.
Anyway, he says around here, the grocery stores record everything at the self checkout. They let you steal and keep track of you until you've stolen enough for it to be a felony. Then they get you. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's a felony in Illinois?
When you
It's
worked
like
at Kmart,
$1,000.
did you guys run it like that at Kmart? Would you keep track?
Oh, I wasn't in the theft department. I was thieving.
Wait.
I was busy wheeling TVs out the back door. Who had time for that? I mean, come on. No, actually, I didn't. I might have taken a video game once or twice, but you know, I was young. I think the statute of limitations have expired. I heard somewhere, and this might not be true, but I think I saw this. There's only 2 Kmarts left in the country.
Is there a Kmart?
Yeah, there's two Kmart stores left, which to me sounds absolutely insane. So I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate or not, but I did see something in passing. Excuse me.
In other local shopping news, right next to the Jewel, soon just down the street, Aldi's opening up. They've got the sign. The sign's on the building. It's just to the south. The stoplight on Irving Park. It's just south of there. The Clarendale, the assisted living facility. When they built that, the owners of that building made sure to build an Aldi there. And then the other news is where Sears used to be.
Yeah.
And you have all that construction going on with the new apartments in that one. There's a Target going in there. So I'm going to have a walkable Target and an Aldi soon.
You could throw a rock in Chicago, you're going to hit a Target.
Pretty much. But this one, I don't have to go as far.
As a matter of fact, every time they announce something new in the neighborhood, I always go, let me guess, Target.
What did you think? No.
By the way, the slushies at Kmart were great. They gave me gas, but they were fantastic.
Did you? Yeah. All right. My kids were off. I believe it was one of the days they were off. They've been off all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, MLK Day was on Monday.
Yeah.
Then Tuesday it was still -1 or whatever. So the kids got another day off. They've been off. They had just gotten done with break. They've been off all the time. And we went to McDonald's, and then I took them to Joseph's, and they were all excited because they were going to get a gumball in the machine there, and we made sure to find quarters this time. I'll never have quarters at Joseph's.
Right.
Guess what's not there anymore?
The 100-year-old gumball.
Yeah, the 100-year-old gumball machine's gone. Oh, they would have been horrible.
Yeah,
like absolutely horrible. I was glad it was gone. And then I didn't let them have a slushie at McDonald's, but then we stopped at 7-Eleven, and they had their first. I believe it was their first slushie.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was awesome.
I wish I was there for that moment.
I mean, you can be there for their second. Hell, in 3 years, they won't even remember it if we just want to do it again.
Man, don't cancel me, but I felt like such a racist the other day. I was finishing up work, and everybody was talking about having Monday off, and I go to the kids, I go, "Hey, why do you guys have off Monday? What holiday is Monday?" They're
I've done it.
MLK. No. I'm like, oh,
like,
right.
I knew. I
forgot. I'm sorry.
I've done it. I've done it. Like it's I don't know.
But you know what? They probably don't know when it's Kashmir Pulaski Day, so it's all even.
Oh yeah, this Saturday I'm going over to Build-A-Bear. The kids, my sister got the kids. They're gonna get.
I would have liked to have been there for the Slurpee. I'm glad I'm not gonna be there for the Build-A-Bear. Fair enough.
Elijah's bringing it back from before. Justice for Hazel. Yeah, she got her slushie. Elijah. Speaking of, we're gonna try this phone call thing. Like I said, we're dusting it off. If you want to give us a call here at 312-761-2504. 312-761-2504. First caller, because I don't have a phone bank anymore. But if you'd like to, that's where you can find us.
So big WWE news today. They're moving Raw for it's been on the air for like 30 years, just under 30 years.
Yep, I'm done. Years. I'm done with it.
They're moving.
They're switching to the streaming. I'm done.
And they're going from from 90 million homes to like 215 million homes on Netflix. They got $5 billion in the deal. And then The Rock was named to the board of directors of the new company today. So very exciting day in WWE from a business perspective. The stock went absolutely crazy earlier today. I didn't look where it finished, but
it was jumping.
Yeah. It had been down. I mean, it fell down to like $75. It was as high as like 110 at when the merger first happened. But it was down to like $75. I think it got back up to 90 today. So, it was a good day. A good day for investments, and a good day for TKO, the company that now owns WWE. Yeah, it closed at $89.
Nice.
So Nice. Yeah, that's a major deal for WWE globally, I guess, is the real impact. Like domestically, you know, it's about the same, but globally, what's going to happen is they're now just basically available throughout the world. And fans from all over the world who sometimes struggled finding WWE programming now get it. So, yeah, $5 billion on a 10-year deal. Netflix could drop the deal after 5 years, or they could expand it to 20 years at a point too. So it could be a 20-year deal, it could be a 5-year deal, but it's guaranteed at least 5. But the deal itself is signed for 10. So huge day for wrestling. And
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, WWE right now, like it's just the story writing, it's a whole new era, and it's a fantastic product right now. And then the chance of maybe signing Okada is very, very exciting to me. And yeah, I mean, not as excited as I am about the Bears draft.
What's got your guy Tony all excited over there? Tony Khan. People say he's all happy. He thinks he's already got what's his name? Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I got Will Ospreay. It was a good.
Everyone's
signing.
pretty sure he's going to get Mercedes.
Yeah,
Monet, and then Okada.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get Okada.
You don't want that.
I don't want it.
They're going to ruin it.
They'll ruin him like they did Jay
They've
White.
just done so horrible. It's unreal. Yeah, let's give it a try. I'm not positive the phone thing will work, but 312-761-2504. 312-761-2504. Hey, let's see here. Let's see how this goes. Hey, caller. This is Larcher and Lorensen here on a Tuesday night. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Gentleman Elijah from Townball, Texas. How are y'all doing?
Oh, beautiful. The beautiful country down there.
Thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a long time, sir.
Been a long time.
It's too long. And yes, this is God's country down here. Al, we're still waiting for you to move down here.
One day, man.
This is your home.
I do feel like Texas is my spiritual home.
I think you do all right down there.
Too many spiders, though. That's what keeps me away.
Are you calling because of all of the grocery store talk, Elijah?
We have HEB down here, which is the jewels of Texas.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Which is real nice. I mean, you want to talk about fresh made tortillas day in and day out.
All right.
Fantastic.
I like it. I like it.
Fantastic.
I got to tell you
but
that what I was saying, we were talking Mariano's and Jewel. They are combining Kroger and Albertsons, who own each of those stores, are combining. So one of them is either going to fuck up the other store, or maybe we'll make the other store better. Who knows? But what's on your mind, Elijah?
I'd like to talk some Bears if you guys don't mind.
The Chicago Bears. I'm in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So at the end of this, so first of all, I agree with Al. I do not understand the keeping of Eberflus. I thought for sure he was going to be gone. And to me, if I'm the Chicago Bears owner or the president of the football or whatever, once he was kept, I'm going to say, Poles, you're now married to Flus.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't do it this year, you're gone with him.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Absolutely. 100%.
But I mean, at that point, like, if they're firing everybody next year, then like this is a big failure. This is an epic fail.
Well, you're doing the same thing to Williams then. If Williams is your guy,
absolutely,
the same shit over and over. Elijah, man, is that where you've been this season? Are you feeling the same as the rest of us up here back in Chicago?
I wanted a complete wipe.
Me too.
Kept the GM, fired the coach, got a new QB. As much as I would want to keep Fields, I think we answered the question that we were looking at. We know who he is now. Before there's a lot of question marks. Where's the ceiling? I think we figured out where it's at.
I don't think we got that answer, and that's what my biggest failure with the Bears organization that's in place now is. I don't think we have that answer, and it's disgusting. But what we do know, I think, is we need to move on.
You have a chance for greatness, which doesn't come very often. Not saying that Fields can't be great, but I'm ready to roll the dice with Caleb. I waited too long just for a good quarterback. I want great.
We've never been in this position before,
the Packers
really.
Seem to find them every freaking year, which I'm not sold on Love yet, but it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
And I am just tired of trying. And it's not like the Packers find them every year. They have somebody sit the bench for 4 years behind somebody, which the Bears attempted to do with Fields. However, Andy Dalton, it didn't go so well. if
Right.
you recall.
The Red Rocket.
They tried to have him sit for a year, but then again, you are following Andy Dalton and not necessarily Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. They did give that a shot. They tried to have him on the bench.
The Bears have taken, if you look historically, and everybody goes, oh, the Bears can't develop a quarterback. They can't draft a quarterback. If you look at this team historically, we don't draft quarterbacks. We haven't taken the chances to fail. We get bums. We get the second, we really get the third or fourth tier guys, and we try to make something out of them, with the exception of Fields, who we aggressively went after. And we did obviously fail with Trubinsky, but that was just a stupid man drafting him, a guy we all knew was shit. Like, everybody knew that guy was garbage. When we got him as Bears fans, we had to pretend he was good. Oh, they know something we don't know.
So we're here to take. We're going to take
Kyle Orton. They were drafted. There was another guy drafted too, who his name escapes me, but I think we did draft. We have drafted
Cade McNown.
But Orton coming out of the draft wasn't
top dog.
Yeah,
he wasn't Fields.
Second or third
Trubisky was the first overall quarterback taken in that draft.
When we've never had a shot at an elite quarterback, with the exception of the year we got Trubinsky, when we screwed it all up.
I'm sick and tired of watching the Chicago Bears draft a quarterback that is the next great thing. Larcher, you remember, Elijah, you were listening to us when they drafted Justin Fields. I was none too happy about it. I didn't like us trading up to draft another quarterback. I was pissed. I didn't like it. And then I fell for the kid. I've seen him out there getting his ass kicked in up and down that thing. I don't know what his potential is. We were saying top 5, top 6, top 10, 11, whatever he could be. I have no clue, because Getsy's was calling the shots, because the team isn't there. That's it. That's why I'm wearing the damn shirt, and I'm not wearing it as a joke. I would love to see him run it back, use the assets to improve that team in other positions which need it. We need to upgrade other positions more than we need to upgrade the quarterback position.
But if you can get the quarterback right, everything elevates.
I understand.
And
I get it. I get it.
Your excuse for keeping Fields is emotional.
It's not
logical.
No, it's not.
You just said because the kid grew on you. Like, okay, the guy's got heart. The guy's got dedication. The dude has everything you want as a man and as a leader of men, as a quarterback.
I've seen him throw dimes, and I also see him do things on that field that I haven't seen happen since number 23. Like, I have seen him make plays that give me the same feeling that I had watching Devin Hester.
Right, because we drafted a quarterback who was a second-tier quarterback, and you've never seen a second-tier quarterback before for the Chicago Bears. So his stuff is amazing, but that's what average quarterbacks do. We have a chance to get a tier 1 guy now. Imagine what that could be like. I'm telling you, full 3.5 inches I got for the guy.
Yeah, he's going to need those, because I hear he says he's 6'1".
Yeah, he's short. That's his only
but he's really
negative.
only like 5'11".
Well,
how have we done with short quarterbacks?
We've done bad with all quarterbacks.
What's this guy done against the top 25?
We've had tall quarterbacks.
What's Williams done against the top 25? Nowhere near as good. Nowhere near as good as those other teams. How many championship games did he get into? How many playoffs? How many times did he make the college football playoff? Hey, Elijah, are you still here? I'm sorry.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'll make one more point.
Please do.
Kind of contradicts what you've been saying, Clark.
I
You're
figured.
done with quarterbacks, and that generational. If the Bears followed what you wanted to do, and fix up the team and do everything, you're not going to get Marvin Harrison Jr. You're going to trade down, get some linemen, get some unsexy picks.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to say go get Marvin Harrison Jr. I think DJ Moore is a hell of a wide receiver.
Yes.
You don't need that, nor should you pick an offensive tackle first overall. So are you willing to trade down?
Yeah.
And, I mean,
I'm willing.
Still say you get, if you come out of this draft and you don't have Marvin Harrison Jr. or Caleb Williams, you failed.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree with that. I disagree with that completely. There are plenty of other wide receivers in there that they can come away with. You trade down. I mean, hell, trade down to with the Chargers. Trade down with New York. And you could still end up with Odunze out of Washington. You can get Neighbors out of LSU.
I think
you
you're
can get the
missing
tight end Bowers.
I think you're missing the value of where we're at.
I understand where we are. I understand you can get that plus a shit ton of other picks. Like I'm saying, you can make that trade, and you can do the same. The best trade that I've ever seen the Chicago Bears made happened last year.
Yeah,
when they traded the number 1 pick for DJ Moore.
Right,
and
you had a horrible
picks,
GM make a horrible
and
trade.
the picks that they got. I say that if you can get near that for the same value, it's worth it. And this team, you're telling me that this team can't improve to 11,
Clark,
12 wins?
The reason that trade was so damn good is because we ended up getting the number 1 pick again. That's not going to happen again.
It would have still been damn good with the third pick.
We now have a chance at the quarterback in a year where the quarterback's the guy. You know, not every year there's a great quarterback in the draft. This year is that year. And we have the number 1 pick because we made the trade. You don't give it away again because you are a coward. You know, I mean, that's what that is. It's cowardly GMing is keep moving back because you can't take a stab. You can't make the move.
Continuing with the plan, building the team as you have been.
How long are you going to keep moving forward?
It's the way to do it.
You can't keep punting, Clark. At some point, you got to run
for the
ball.
hope and the prayer that this college football quarterback, who's a blue chipper, all elite, is gonna make it with the Chicago Bears. The hope and the prayer.
Yeah,
Jesus. He's gonna be backing up Pittsburgh in 2 years.
The first time we've ever had that opportunity. Mitch Trubisky, there was nobody like the scouts were fighting about how horrible he was, and there was a shock we took him there.
The Browns were gonna take him. Like a lot of people had him number 1 that year.
Another horrible organization.
The Browns are going to take him, and then they took that defensive lineman fella instead. Like it was not everybody.
But you have to agree, Trubisky wasn't. There was much debate about where he played, where he should have been drafted. There's no debate at where Caleb Williams should be drafted. There's not one debate.
Yeah,
that he's the number 1 overall pick.
Courtney out there agrees that I'm giving the Bears too much credit on the trade. The Panthers and Tepper.
Yeah. The Panthers called the people and gave the greatest trade ever. Of course, you.
I mean, if you get that offer, that's why they announced it. So they're like, we're taking it now.
Yeah,
we are taking that shit now. Absolutely. Elijah, anything else before you roll? Oh, we lost him. Elijah, thank you so much for the call.
I didn't get any good game tips.
I think we were still. You know what? He's got kids too.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
One of them was puking. That's why these kids they puke all the time.
No,
don't they?
No.
Don't your kids puke at least once a month?
No.
Okay.
Well,
what do I know?
On average, over their life, maybe they have. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's waves. It goes up. It goes down. Goes left and right.
Yeah, wave is a vomit.
Yep.
The cat's puked once.
Thanks for the call, Elijah. What's that?
My cat has puked once since I had her.
That's amazing.
And my cat's they say the cats have the intelligence of a 3-year-old child. My cat's a super genius cat. I'm thinking that she might be like a 6-year-old intelligence-wise. Yeah.
I'll take it. Well, bud. What do you think?
Thanks, Mark. Good to see you, buddy.
Uh-oh, Mark's there. Hey, Mark. It's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot with this draft, and I'm excited for the future of the Bears to see what happens next year. Yeah. I'm really sad that Justin Fields didn't work out. I think he's a fantastic player, and I hope we trade him to Atlanta.
Will you be mad if it doesn't work out? If they do keep Justin Fields? What if they come out and say we have made a trade? The number 1 pick is being traded. Would it depend? Is there anything that you'd be okay with there?
It would depend, but I'd be extremely critical of this organization forever forward. Like it would be like, and it would forever be measured. It would be very clear to see what Justin Fields does versus what Caleb Williams does.
The first time I see Caleb Williams miss a wide open wide receiver,
you're throwing your pen.
Nobody's going to fucking hear the end of it, because every time Fields misses a open receiver, it's the end of the fucking world. You see Mahomes do it. You see these other guys do it. Nobody says shit. Allen, throws a pick. It's Josh Allen.
Oh, believe me, Josh Allen gets a lot of criticism, buddy.
Yeah. Come on.
Go to Buffalo Twitter and see what's going on there. Buffalo X.
Yeah.
Find out.
Sean asked if that's a signed Rocky in the back right there. It's not signed, but it's from Rocky 4. It's just a thing that I've had for a while. That's it.
Well, you got 2 of them now. What are you selling them? You got wholesale down here?
That's the green screen, pal.
Oh. Kayfabe.
Oh wait, I broke the wall.
Yeah, you broke the wall. The mystery's gone.
Al, you and I a couple years ago, I was up in with the family on a vacation. I was having a couple drinks. My wife and I were, and you go, "Hey, it's being highly insinuated that CM Punk is going to be at the United Center, and they're announcing a show.
Yeah.
Are we going to go?" And
Yeah.
my wife had a couple drinks, so I asked her right away. Boom.
Yeah.
And we were there when 20,000 people were there chanting CM Punk's name.
Right.
CM Punk, CM Punk.
It was a great moment.
And then you're at Survivor Series at the Allstate Arena, and you didn't think it was happening.
I didn't know. I did a nice job. I like to stay away from spoilers.
Yep.
I like to not know what's going on, but still know what's going on with the business side of things.
Right.
And I didn't know. I mean, I took them at their word that they didn't sign the guy. I mean, there were so many reasons not to. You know, I'm not suddenly like, oh my God, CM Punk's the greatest now he's in WWE. Well, I still have the same problems with him.
And the sheets had gone back and forth on it. And I think by the morning they were off it.
Yeah.
I think when I read it, I'm like, okay, it's not happening.
Not happening.
Yeah.
And then they announced Randy Orton was going to be the surprise, which told me like, okay, this is just because they don't want them chanting CM Punk all night.
Right.
You know, for the surprise. And I thought that was like, oh, because we don't have him. But then at the end, man, when that music played, I was shocked and I got caught up in the moment and it was very exciting. And I like what CM Punk has done so far. And last night was just absolutely epic with his face-to-face with Cody.
That was cool. I enjoyed it.
You know, all the memes of broken Tony Khan's broken heart out there is kind of funny too.
Oh yeah, he was chatting it up with what, one of the wrestlers, right, from WWE. Like they were talking shit back and forth.
Yeah,
is that what we were seeing? Patrick, he wants us to get back to the grocery store talk.
I agree, man. I could go hours on grocery stores because, like, I mean, just ridiculous.
Where are you doing your shopping at these days, Patrick?
No, he probably goes one of those fancy ones.
Oh, yeah.
And you were talking about Aldi or Aldi. I don't go to down. I don't go to low end grocery stores.
What?
I'm sorry.
They just announced
I do have standards. Okay,
they no longer have bags in the store. You can't buy the paper bags anymore.
Yeah,
or the plastic.
See,
bags.
I'm not dealing with that.
You got to bring you bring your own, or you can buy reusable.
But to their credit, they're cheaper because they cut out the service of the checkout. Oh, so if that's how that works,
and the quarter for the cart, they don't have guys having to go out to the worst.
Oh, the quarter cart.
People who leave the fucking carts. People leaving the carts it's the worst.
Leave the carts where? In the bin?
People at the Jewel or at Tony's. Tony's happens more than Jewel. There's way more carts just being left in a parking spot.
Okay.
Carts being left in parking spots.
I do put it in the corral.
You got to go corral. Come on. That's the way to go. Anyway, but the quarter, bringing the carts back. They don't have anybody who has to go out there. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I don't know, man. I'd rather leave it out there and not pay the quarter. And what happens if you don't have a quarter? You can go cartless?
I mean, if I have $1, I've gone in and asked for change.
Oh.
I literally had to. Mark wants to know, what do you think? Is The Rock going to be in the Rumble?
Interesting. Him signing with the board, becoming an actual, he said he wants to be the head of the table, which is obviously a shot at Roman Reigns, and now he actually has a seat at the table of the real table.
We'll have to see a picture of the table and where he's sitting at it.
I think there's too much at stake in this Rumble for him to cloud things up and win it. I think somebody else wins it. Probably Cody. And then The Rock somehow gets involved, and maybe we have a split night. But then you have Roman Reigns. Look, everybody wants to main event Mania, and there's 2 nights now. And if Roman Reigns is headlining both nights of Mania, I mean, you might lose some in the locker room. Like, I mean, it is crazy. The amount of talent and storytelling being told in WWE right now is a place I have never seen before, and it is excellent. It is absolutely brilliant. The layering, you have Drew McIntyre, who he was the champion during the pandemic when there was no crowd, and now he's playing this character where he's basically just speaking truth to everybody, but at the same time he's being a grumpy old man, and it's such a layered character. You're like, he's right, but he's kind of an ass about it, and like that's a great character. You have Cody doing his presidential run, which is great. You have CM Punk saying, "Look,
character.
This is my Rumble to win. I'm the guy. I'm the veteran. I should be winning this." You have The Rock in there. You know, there's just so many questions. And
I saw the Hulk Hogan vignette the other night. Vignette, is that the proper
yeah,
way to say it?
Yeah,
you know, he's talking about the
to win the Rumble this year.
Who would have thought that he goes, well, there's a lot of guys, you know, who are going to be in it, but I only see 3 that can win. Who would have thought that he would come up with CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns?
The guy wrote the script.
But yeah, no shit. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's not watching.
No, he's not.
But that's how you use your legends.
Yeah,
you know, you have them talking about the new product now.
Yes,
and, you know, that was good too. Like, they're just doing so many things right. It's fantastic. It really is refreshing.
The face-to-face was good. What did you think? Did you notice? And maybe I'm one of the only ones who noticed, but when CM Punk took off his jacket or his hoodie, he lost the WWE cover for his microphone.
He took
So then he was left with just a without the cord. He was left with the bare microphone.
Yeah. He pulled off the flag.
I wonder if like the marketing folks were like, "Fuck."
I think that's
for the promos and stuff like coming up. He didn't pull it off.
No, he did.
Oh, he did? I thought it came off when he was just in his hoodie.
No.
He literally took it off. Is that a thing that he's doing?
Drew McIntyre mentioned Cody Rhodes mentioned the pipe bomb interview. And then Punk's like, which I think he probably did in the pipe bomb.
Oh, yeah, he must have done in the pipe bomb. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it was
Was I talking too loud? I just noticed you.
You are a little loud, yeah. Like, I would turn my headphones down, but they're also your headphones.
Oh,
so
you can turn them down.
It's okay, though.
Yeah. I could hear Elijah on the call.
Yeah, he was great on the call.
Yeah,
lovely. Good bass, good sound, good depth to his voice, and good content, which is key. Content is king in 2024, as the kids say. Like it's just it is so freaking good. And now you have, like, is Lesnar coming back? Is he going to face Walter? You have Seth Rollins hurt, coming out and getting in Seth Rollins' face. You have Walter, what's his name now? Gunther getting in Seth Rollins' face.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He is so damn good too. Like, everything is just, again, it is like a pinnacle of wrestling right now.
The Rock didn't show up at wrestling,
huh?
Just to get a seat on the board with the company. The Rock's gonna be wrestling, and he's gonna wrestle Roman, right?
I think so.
Is he gonna do it at this WrestleMania?
I think
that piss you off?
I think so. Depends the story they tell, because they're gonna screw Cody Rhodes in the process if they do that.
Yeah.
Unless there's some way Cody gets involved.
Does he pull the Hogan then?
Maybe
you know, like what was it? Bret Hart got beat by Yokozuna.
Yeah,
Caesars.
Yeah.
And then Hogan.
And like, that's the kind of shit they've moved away from.
Right. I don't see that happening. But it's wild. Oh man, this has been a blast. I'm happy that we're doing a show again.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else. Yeah. That's it.
There's a few things to fix here for the next one. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah,
that's cool. I like being in the same room. The pandemic happened and it got really easy to not go to each other's places.
Sure. And look, if it was snowing right now, I wouldn't be here.
No. Any a hint of snow.
If there was fog outside, I'd be like, look, Clark.
It was foggy as shit all day. Was it foggy tonight still or no?
It seemed all right.
All right.
Minus the fact you didn't turn the light. You know, common courtesy, folks. If somebody's coming over to your place and it's dark out at night, turn the damn porch light on. You know, they got this guy's ego has a giant plaque out front that says Lorensen's. So when I drive by, I see that. I go, oh, that's Clark's place.
There's not a giant plaque out there.
Isn't there a plaque out front that says Lorensen's?
No.
There's no sign that says Lorensen's out front.
On the mailbox, we wrote Lorensen's because when we moved in, the mailman literally wrote.
There's not a wooden plaque.
He literally wrote, "Put your name on the mailbox."
There's not a plaque that says Lorensen.
There's not a plaque that says
I could be wrong, but I feel like there is.
When you open the door and go into the foyer, there is something that says the Lorensen's established 2014.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's some sign out there that I recognize.
And
let me tell you something. Always talks about flags. He's got a flag for every situation.
I got about 6.
Every month has a flag.
Bears.
Every cause has a flag.
I got a Chicago
every
flag.
Nation has a flag. Every state has a flag. This guy's like a Willie Nelson concert. So I'm driving by looking for the guy's flags because he's always putting them on Twitter or X. He's always
kind of nice. You just told me I'm like a Willie Nelson concert. Like, that's a pretty good fucking thing.
So So I'm driving by looking for the flag. I'm looking for the porch light. I get none of them. I pull up in front of his house, and his house looks like every other house on the block. So I go, no, that's not it. I think it's another block down. I go block down. You can't turn around. It's all one-way street. So next thing you know, I'm in Mundelein. I got to turn around and get back here.
I apologize for the light.
Yeah, next time I have a light.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
It is something that bothers me is when that light's not on, when people are coming over, when people are delivering things, it bothers me. I hate that. However, when you head out tonight,
yeah,
I'm going to show you how bright those fucking lights are.
Well, that's not
like it is too bright.
Exactly. It's a beacon.
And it's not like we can replace a bulb. You've got to replace the whole fucking thing.
Well,
like you got to take the whole thing. There's no bulb to replace in these things. I've tried. I was going to get a lower one.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a Mandela effect. Man, I haven't seen, I was on the Mandela effect.
Yeah, me too.
Reddit.
For a while.
The Reddit, because I like the Reddit too.
Yeah, me too.
I use the YouTube and the Reddit. I've been trying to find Clark on the Reddit. I have some suspicions. I have some names. There's multiple times I've seen something posted. I go, this is Clark, and then I pull up the profile and I start looking at their other posts, and it's like, oh, anime? No, that's not Clark.
That's not Clark.
No,
on Reddit, I love anime. It's the only place that I do anime.
That's it. That's
big on anime Reddit.
I'll read it in Clark's voice. He'll be like, this mayor's the greatest ever, and I don't understand why people keep Chicago out of your mouth. And I'll go, oh, this is Clark. Oh, I got him. I busted him.
Hang
on.
Like
Hot Dog 76.
You're not going to hear me saying that this mayor's the greatest mayor ever.
Hazel Eyes 7. I'm like, oh, that's his daughter. Yes, that's him. And then, I go and do the back research. I'm like, no, not Clark. Me, you find me easily.
You're going to be so pissed when you find it.
I'm the guy pretty out the grocery lines and, the Chicago Forum.
My name's pretty obvious.
Okay. Clark in Chicago, obvious. Too.
Oh, that's funny. Let's do another show again.
All right.
I don't know. If not next week, the following week.
Well, the following week I'll be in St. Louis seeing the Eagles.
That's right. Once a month. Oh yeah, that's right. You're gonna go see the Eagles.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts and Kevin Kelsey.
On the NFL bye week, I'm gonna go see the Eagles, and I'm gonna go see Monday Night Raw in St. Louis as well.
And that is a Monday and a half after the Rumble, because the Rumble's this Saturday.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. Taking a train down to St. Louis.
WrestleMania. There's thoughts of renting a space, Al, having a little party somewhere.
We may, if you're
Sunday night.
If you're in the Chicagoland area, WrestleMania is 2 nights. I'm probably not going to do it a Saturday night, but Sunday night, I'm thinking about getting some room at Trader Todd's. It'll probably be like a drink package or something, and we'll watch WrestleMania in the back room. So, put it on your calendar. Tell your friends. Everyone's invited. It's not a house party. It's at a bar, so I don't have to worry about how many people can come or whatnot.
Right.
And I think we'll have a good time. I'll bring my title. I'm a guy with a belt.
Oh, you are a guy with a belt.
So I'll bring my title belt. It's great.
The double winged eagle. Is that what it's called?
It's the double winged eagle. It's the 85, like 83 to like 90 title.
So we go to these shows. We'll go to some indie shows and whatnot, and there's always belt guys.
Always belt guys.
And I mean, it's
losers.
Like, what are we doing?
Eberflus.
You call them out, all this stuff. But I always kind of wanted to, throw the belt.
Yeah.
Over this. I wanted to put it over the shoulder,
But I'm never going to be that guy. Like, I'll bring it to, like, if I have the party, I'll bring it to the party.
But you're kind of that
set
guy.
Decoration. No, that's set decoration. I'm never going to a wrestling show carrying the belt. Number one, the belt is fucking heavy. Okay,
it's
heavy. I don't know how these fat fuckers bring these titles to these shows because
they train.
It's a workout.
They train for it.
It's a workout.
They train. They walk around with it, and they have to get through like a skinny area. Like they practice sitting the correct way.
This is a visual nobody wants. But basically, what I do is I have it hanging on the wall. And then every Monday when I watch wrestling, I sit in my recliner in my underwear with the title over my shoulder, like I'm Yokozuna. Then when there's a belt mention, I'll tap on it. I'm like, yeah. And then I put it away after the show's over. And it feels good. It actually, I feel important, sitting in my undies with my wrestling title. So,
all right.
The cat thinks it's
Thanks y'all so much for tuning in for Larcher and Lorensen tonight.
Have a good night.
No, that sounds fantastic. Quick question: when it hangs on your wall, is it Like, is it heavy to where you had to make sure you found a stud in there, or
Well, no, there's like
or do you have it spread out?
I
like
don't use my bathroom door. Instead, I put like I got
a curtain.
a shower curtain over the bathroom
Yeah.
door, and I leave the bathroom door open, and it has coat racks on the back or towel racks, and the belt fits perfectly on that.
Okay.
So before you walk into my bathroom, before you go to the throne room, you see the title.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So
Nope.
you feel like a champ.
I didn't mean to play that one. I'm not for that one. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta update your drops. You can record individual things in here, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Good to chat. So in a month maybe.
Yeah. Within the month. I mean, definitely before the draft, we'll start. We may even bring a draft expert in. I know a guy who runs an organization here in town, Angelo Sports. I'm gonna hit him up, see if maybe he'll come in and
that's great.
talk some draft with us, and there'll be some things. It probably won't be a weekly deal, but it'll be,
maybe we'll get there. This has been awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for everything.
Oh, and as the kids say on the YouTube, they all call themselves my guy. So, there's, hey, it's Al, your guy.
Hey, my guy.
Your guy. Your dude. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit things, and follow.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
Go follow our
Your
YouTube
dude.
and click like on our YouTube. We're at Larcher Lorensen over there. All right. Good night, everybody.